Hey guys, first fan of the night.
First fan of the night.
We actually got a chance to hang this fan with a whole group of fan collectors. We had Brandon and Alex from Canada and Brian, fan of fans from Indiana. Unfortunately, they were not able to stay for the entire testing this. But we also have Blake with us, Blake Zabrek, this is his first fan video, I believe. And then we have the usual suspects of Rick and Andy. And his metalness is here, but he's currently in the process of engineering metal burgers, which are the most metal burgers you can eat. And so we will be enjoying them later. And if we're really lucky, we'll get Smettles. Actually, Rick, can you put in the group chat and ask him to get some Smettles?
Yeah, I would like some Smettles.
I would like some Smettles, yeah. Put it. Do you have your phone?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't get the best service in this room.
No one does.
I might have to go
No one gets good service in here. So, and then also, we're not going to need the small audio file, but if you want to queue up the larger audio file.
I'm always on the hook for that.
Because Pete is terrible at it.
Well, I'm terrible at it too.
Everybody's terrible at it. Andy's terrible at it too.
Andy's good at it. He remembers, but his phone sucks.
Yeah, so.
Well,
Okay.
I'm usually recording with my phone as well.
Yeah, we could send it to Blake and he could do it, but that I would need to stop the video, so it's already been chaotic enough. Okay, so what do we have here, Blake?
We have a small Roundnose from San Diego, California. This fan was available for over 2 years, and nobody picked it up because the guy was only local. And I showed Dan this, and Dan's like, "Gimme!" So I brought it all the way to Madison.
You know, there was another one in California. I wish I would have known.
Yeah.
It was like this, but it was like the newer version I like a little better with a more modern brown and a shorter down rod. And he was gonna ship it to me, and then he powered it up to see if it worked, and he said sparks flew everywhere. And,
no kidding.
And then I think he switched it to free, and I was like, okay. Anyhow, I don't know what happened to it. I ended up not getting it, but it would have been nice. So I don't know, but I mean, who knows what the sparks were, you know?
Yeah.
So.
I don't know if I ever saw that one, but
Yeah, I know. We like round noses around here.
Yep.
Anybody else want to say anything?
It's really
Well, you want to talk about the amount of time it took for it to get up and running?
Oh yeah, because the bearings were pretty stiff, and as we put oil in it, it seemed smooth, but it still wouldn't start on its own, and it just turns out that they're just that full of old yuck.
There's actually still some oil.
Yeah.
On the bottom there, yeah.
So it's just, I mean, one way to do it would be to thoroughly take it apart and clean it, and then it would probably be fine. The other way to do it is just to fill it full of WD-40, let it run, then fill it full of oil, then let it run, and keep alternating between the two until it runs clean. So now I believe it's going to start on its own on low at least. So, hey, do you know about our test rig, Blake? Do you know how to run the test rig?
Not really. No.
Oh, Rick, would you like? Are you good at demonstrating, or should we wait for Pete to do that in a future video?
I'm not as good at explaining it. Obviously, I know how to use it, but Pete's especially good at. Why don't I just run it on this one?
I'll watch it for the first.
Yeah,
one.
we just got the 0 to high switch is just.
So this is just the light
current.
switch just on and off.
And we're measuring volts, amps, and watts over here.
Okay, gotcha.
Actually,
that's in the angle of the video.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a staple. To always have the meter.
Yeah, volts are a little high right now because we turned everything off. I'll measure it again when we actually have the fan running on high, because if we set it to 120 with the fan off, then when we turn it to high, we get sag. So to compensate for how terrible the service is here.
Okay, we ready? So it's just 2-speed, right?
Yep. So here's low.
Yep. Transformer based speeds. Oh. Come on.
I thought we'd solved it.
It's almost like it's a
Wait,
DC
no,
motor.
it's not dead yet. Hold on. It's thinking about it. It's thinking.
Yeah, there's like still some dirt and yuck in the bearings. It's just hit.
Bumps to there again.
Yeah.
Obviously, a work in progress, but.
Yeah. It's
Edit
another
in
one that
post?
just needs. What'd you say?
Edit in post.
Yeah. It's another one that we just need to like hang and just let it
I don't
run.
think he's ever once edited something in post.
I used to.
Did
Well,
you?
the one where the fan fell, I edited that out.
That
No,
might. That
I
might
would have
work.
loved to see that. You should look it in.
Yeah, I think that footage is on Patreon now.
What fan fell?
A Homestead Geneva Homestar.
Oh.
I know the globe falling off an original with Pete watching it fall was on camera once too. That was pretty. That was.
Was that one of the ones we used to hang in like that jury rig?
Yeah.
In your,
It was in the Oregon
shop
Chop.
yeah.
There was a round globe on a small original, and Pete just.
Oh. Good.
It's like is one iron bent or maybe one
Something's
blade?
yeah,
That
something's
with
a
the
little.
bottom dropping sound effect.
I have a screenshot of it, and it's so metal. It's just staring at the globe, not attached to the fan. So metal. That's funny.
Still dropping. I mean, it runs smooth once it gets going.
Right.
Oh, was this a brown one underneath, I wonder?
Is it what?
A brown one underneath the black paint.
I was actually wondering that because it kind of looks like.
Kind of does look like it.
Yeah,
I think it is.
right,
Yeah, no, it looks like the blender fan color underneath.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to put this in the project pile.
Get the
Yeah.
thing out.
Restore it to Blender Fan Brown as God intended.
Yeah. The guy
Okay.
I think actually got it. I didn't mention this in the beginning.
Okay,
I
so
think
we
he got
do
it
we
from-
do everything on there.
1 amp, 64 watts, power factor of about half. Do you want to bother to tack it in
I usually maybe we'll just do that on high, honestly.
Okay.
Because it's not gonna be hardly any different. That's something
Yeah.
We
Be
gotta-
gentle. We've broken a few of those.
We need to.
switches.
Yeah, we need another broken switch round.
No, it's not broken.
Well, it doesn't have a chain on it.
But you could attach a chain. That's the easy part.
All right, so there's high.
1.13. Now I'm going to adjust the voltage. I mean, 122 isn't bad. I'd rather have it air high than air low.
Yeah, actually, I think the irons are perfect. I think when blazes work, because the irons aren't bouncing at all.
I think the guy got it as is and was already painted. He got it out
Yeah.
of an apple farm in
136 watts, 0.6 power factor. Okay, time to take the measurements.
Oh,
It's on you, Rick.
so these are the things we use to gauge CFM and RPM.
That much he probably knows because he's seen that on camera. It's over.
Oh.
It's the test rig itself.
Oh, right, yeah.
Which we won't get too much use out of it on this video, anyways, because the fan probably won't start.
The nature of it, yeah. So I'm getting 1109. Oh no, wait, 10. Okay, all over the place. Wow. Okay, it is very all over the place. I think it's probably 'cause that one wonky blade.
If I think the 11 reading keeps coming back.
Do you guys document all these? And,
Just on
Well,
YouTube.
they're all on YouTube.
yeah, for sure. Like
I used to keep a spreadsheet, but I have not updated it recently.
Gotcha.
It's literally all over the place.
I'm calling it the 1109 or whatever that was because I've seen that number come up a few times.
That was close.
Yeah, because that's about 278. That seems about right, doesn't
Yeah, that's about what a 36-inch blender is.
it? Yeah.
Gotcha.
Very good air mover for sure.
Well, let's
And I can
measure
feel
it.
it all the way out here.
Actually, that made more sense to do it this way. 610.
4,300. That's about the same as a small blender.
Yeah, checks out. This was the predecessor to the blender, like exactly.
That's why I like them.
I like when they're installed with old blenders.
Absolutely. That like my
Yeah.
storage.
That's kind of I may try to mimic that with my own because I have a trans shaft now myself.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
spin down.
Spin down. Funny enough, my trans shaft has blades off of a Roundnose because it didn't have blades. And I have eBay turned up a set of Roundnose blades. I was like, well, close enough.
Yeah. See, the bearings seem fine until they don't.
They're fine until it comes close to stopping. and then
Yeah.
Yep.
passes away.
But that's not a bad spin down. It was very stiff when we first hung it,
Is
so
one
it's
of the
already
blades, like,
improved a lot.
upside down, maybe?
Oh,
If
that
we
could
flipped
be.
it up, maybe if we
Oh.
flipped it over, that would fix the problem.
No,
Is it-
I mean, I think we put them on when, at least when Pete and I put them on, they were.
One iron might be
Facing up.
slightly bent, but I feel like it's more the blade than not.
This would be a good one for outside the barbershop.
It would.
Could paint it red.
It's already
That
been
would be
painted.
cool.
It's already
Have you seen the videos of the barbershop?
No, I haven't.
We installed some fans in a barbershop, and there's a newer Hunter outside that we've been talking about what we could replace it with.
Is this in Madison?
Yes.
It's like 10
Where is
minutes from Dan's
You'll
house.
probably pass it on your way from. No, you won't. Where's your Marriott?
It's called the Marriott West. So where,
Oh yeah, you're not. Yeah, no.
There's also a really seedy motel I saw on the next to the highway that I was seeing. I'm going to the West Reach Store. I'm like, well, I know where I'm staying next time.
You have to tell me which one it is later, because I
I-
can tell you what the story behind it, whichever one it is.
There are several CD.
It was the one. It was on the Beltline. I was on
Yeah,
the
there's a
west
couple
side.
there. I wouldn't stay at any of
I'm
them,
like,
but
I will be staying there. All right.
you and some hookers.
No, me and
and
Stuart.
some-
Me and Stuart would love that because he loves like sketchy.
I'm just saying, don't count on a good night's sleep. Okay, well,
Okay. So we'll try to go through the test rig. This is not going to be a very normal one because we know the bearings are kind of goofy.
And
No.
a shaded pole.
Shaded pole already doesn't usually do great on capacitor-based settings. So basically what this is doing is it's mimicking different wall controls, kind of like those.
Oh,
Because
I
those
see,
are all
yeah.
capacitor-based.
Different capacitor values, yeah.
Now those have certain values set inside. This can do literally any value.
Gotcha.
Like
Can I
on-
come over there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure,
of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
should
Go,
bring
go
the chair
behind the
over.
camera.
Sure.
So basically, and unfortunately, we probably won't have any metal joints in this
You
one.
just never know. You never know when metal
You
doing
might
this.
get you crunch on 20 in this one.
No, I hope not. I really
Okay,
hope
I'll
not.
count the crunching. Okay. So
And Dan is unlucky.
we generally take guesses on what number it's going to start.
But for shaded pole, we guess whether or not it'll start with
Yeah.
10.
Because some of them do, some of them don't.
Anybody want to guess, or should we just try it?
I'm gonna guess probably not, especially with these
Yeah.
bad bearings.
Okay.
Or questions.
I'll just take the other side and say yes. I hear it. Ooh.
I actually might have. Wow.
That.
Impressive. Okay, did not expect that.
Do me a favor. Hit the high switch and like leave it on 10. Hit the high switch and let it go.
Tell me when.
No, I guess I don't know. Yeah, it's not doing a whole lot. Heck of a lot. Okay. I want to see if that changed it any. Yeah, something's bent. I'm seeing now.
It doesn't look like the iron. I can see the trailing edges.
I mean, it could be one blade upside down.
I
But
think maybe
bet you
maybe
one.
it's my imagination. I think I maybe see one blade slightly bent, like or
There's
iron
one
rather.
that's popping up more than
Yeah,
the others.
exactly. It's
okay.
Like, yeah.
We'll turn the 10 off. Let's see where it starts then. What number do we think it's going to start at then? And for these are just
Stop,
capacitor
stop.
values. So how many mic? That's 10
Stop
microfarads. Yeah, Andy.
I think it's gonna start at. Well, he should probably guess first. He's
Yeah.
less experienced in this.
Oh, I don't know.
Pick a number between 1 and 10.
I'm gonna say 6.
Okay. Solid guess, actually. Andy, what do you think?
I'll say 8.
I'm gonna say 9.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
I guess 7's the one in between that's left, so I'll take
Alright.
7, which is also my favorite number.
I'm gonna go quickly in the beginning as we.
You don't want-
it's
yeah.
not gonna start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
6.
7,
I saw something there.
8. Crunch, crunch, crunch. 9. Might actually be 10. Or we might have a hell of a stiff spot.
Oh wait, that's bad.
Oh, did it? Did it start?
It just started. Yeah.
Okay, so 10 I think might be where.
Yeah, it was starting off a little faster until we turned it off. But
We
it
probably
moved
hit a
little
stiff
bit.
spot when it stopped.
So I'll turn the decade off, and just hit the 10 again, and let's see what it does there. Nope, yeah, that's the stiff spot. Okay.
Yeah, vibrating.
So pretty much, I think 10 even with, probably even if the bearings were better, probably wouldn't be much better than 10. Maybe 9, but. Yeah, these antiques often don't do especially well on these type of controls. They're just not designed for it.
Yeah, I think the blade that's coming around, like
Yeah, that one's
right in front of Dan. Yeah,
Yes,
I
that
think
one-
that one's bent just a little bit.
It's definitely, I think it's
Warped.
warped. You can see it's kind of like.
It's a little cockeyed. Yeah,
You have irons for these?
I might.
I
yeah.
think that's what that one's missing that's on the ground. I think it's missing 2 irons.
There's a set of irons for those on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think
I'll
they're the wrong
check.
pitch. I think they're clockwise, and we need counterclock.
Oh yeah.
I need whatever one isn't the ones on eBay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'll
So-
check. I mean, it's buried way in the back of my storage locker. But
Yeah.
I'll check. When
Well, yeah, let me know when you find them.
Yeah,
No hurry.
Also, let us know if you have any Roundnose switch housings too, because I
Yeah.
probably will switch mine over.
I definitely do. I think they're mostly brass, if I recall.
I mean,
Yeah, but you can paint them.
that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Here's 11.
It was like 1.1 on high, right?
So, do we get an exact? I don't know if these have exact years on them. I mean, imagine this is probably 30s or 40s.
Yeah, there would be a serial number.
I think the guy told me. I just forget.
Well, you never take their word for it. They never have the right number.
Well,
But they're
he didn't. Like I mentioned, he got it from like an apple farm, and so like I think it was his guess. I mean, he seemed confident.
It's funny. It's winding up a lot on 12.
yeah, but we're still way under.
I mean, like I'm not even. It's still speeding
Wait,
up.
were you around 12 now?
I'm still.
Yeah, but we don't do any crunching. We might hear if you listen carefully off in the distance, you might hear crunching.
Yeah. See. There's 13.
Yeah.
Have you watched enough videos to understand that reference, Blake?
No, not enough.
I need to show him the Zephyr one. That
Pete
is what started.
is the loudest chewing person I've ever encountered in my
It's
life.
14.
And he insists on eating during videos. And it's like
I live in.
He's
Korea.
he will
He's got
drown out the fan with the sound of chewing. And so we only let him eat at his
15.
favorite values, which are 8, 12, and 20.
Gotcha.
His favorite control.
His favorite control uses 8 microfarads, 12.
Okay, well, we're at 1 point something now. We're
Yeah,
close, right?
hit the high. Well, it's still under, though.
Okay, so here's high, just for reference, 0.1 or 1.14.
It's dropping. I thought I said go down to 1.1, but I could be
Okay,
wrong.
so let's go with that. Here's 16.
That's over.
16's over. Okay, so no higher than 15 on this one.
Okay. Solid state.
So then the solid state, we usually take a guess how noisy it's going to be. Categories are silent, bedroom quiet, living room quiet, or noisy. Solid state's just this one right here.
Oh, I
It's,
see.
with that mimics like any solid state control you'd see on any other fan. It's the same thing. I don't know. What do you think category wise?
You guys are taking guesses with that.
Mhm.
Yeah, we usually.
What were the categories again?
Silent, bedroom quiet, living room quiet, or loud.
Got it.
Fans have been pretty quiet up until now.
I'm gonna say bedroom quiet.
Okay. I'm gonna say silent.
Okay, I'll say living room.
That leaves me with loud, which I don't think it will be, but let's find out. Whose green drink is that? I'm curious what that is.
This?
Yeah.
It's mine. It's Mountain Dew.
It's a
The
weird
Baja
color,
Blast.
Mountain
Baja
Dew.
Blast.
Oh.
It's the Taco Bell exclusive.
I didn't realize I saw those in the bottle.
They
like
they
that.
started within the last couple of years, and I'm very happy about that.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
delicious to see. Taco Bell original.
Yep.
If everybody's wondering, this is what he's talking about.
Not Sperry, not a sponsor.
No, it's not.
I was gonna say.
Okay, so
We'll have to see if they're interested in doing sponsorship.
okay, let's see what solid state's gonna do.
They can't afford us.
How do you guys determine which of those 4 categories it is?
There's metal.
With our ears.
Just
I'm sorry.
arbitrarily.
I'm not hearing much of anything from it.
No, it seems
I'm
silent.
not hearing anything more than it already. It seems very.
Yeah,
stiff.
if you gotta listen for
I
it,
had to blast
generally
this to get
it's.
it going.
Oh, I hear
Yep.
something.
Well, that's about as loud. That's the same sound that it was with no solid state
Hold on,
control.
no,
though.
it's still wind. Let me let it wind up and then back it up. That's more. What
I'm fine calling it silent because we don't count any noise that the motor makes
I don't
without
think
the
it
solid
was-
state
it
control.
wasn't doing that
I think it was.
so much.
I think it was. Here, we'll find a similar speed on the capacitors and then.
Oh, actually, wait a
It's a little different.
minute. I think it's different. I mean, it's high end of silent. Low
Yeah,
end.
I would still call it silent. Okay, 0 to high, with a top current draw running being 1.13. What do we think it's gonna? How high do we think it's gonna go for inrush?
Are we just saying big, small, or no? Or
No, because we know it's gonna be big because it's a shaded pole. So how big? Well, how 1.13 is what is running
I'll
current.
give it 1.30.
Anybody else want to guess?
Okay. Say
3-2.
You want to guess, Blake?
Say 1.28.
I'll guess 1.4.
4.
Wow, on the nose, 1.4. That means what do you get on Price is Right when you not only guess like
Car.
yeah, I get the car because you.
Well, you're already getting the fan in this case, so.
I'll take it.
Can't argue with that.
Okay. Well, then our final test is we have to rank the fan. Now, we all have categories, so you got to pick 3 things that you feel strongly about, preferably from different categories. So Rick, being a person who loves Malays, his top category is avocado appliance. His middle category is wood grain station wagon, and his bottom category is live, laugh, love. Andy, being someone with diverse nerdy hobbies, his top category is storms because he's a storm chaser. His middle category is trains, and your bottom category
I
is.
think we even know what my bottom category is because we haven't. I generally don't test fans that I dislike that much.
Oh, you haven't picked a bottom category?
No.
But you got to pick one. It's got to be something that you feel strongly about negatively.
Okay, I'll have to work on that.
Yeah. What's the first thing that comes to mind that you really hate?
Rick's trailer trash fans.
No,
Rick.
some of those are actually pretty good.
Nothing immediately comes to mind. What doesn't Andy like?
Is there kind of music you don't like? Because I know you like metal. Like, is there? You don't seem like the kind of guy who likes Taylor Swift or something like that.
Okay, he's not giving a straight answer. So
I'll have to think about
mine are Menards, top category, Quick Trip, and then Jay Leno is my bottom category.
Oh, interesting. I gotta think about that one. That's I want to make sure I do it right.
Okay, well these are Menards for me. These are our top category fan. What are they for you, Andy?
solid, say EF4 Tornado.
Top category
High
for
end,
him too.
Medium to high end.
Well,
top category.
I mean, the fact that I'm about to give Changer $1.50 for one, I mean, machine when I did.
Oh wow,
Wow.
that's. I mean, is it really nice shape or something, or is it out of a special abandonment? Or?
It is an abandoned fan.
Yeah.
And
Rick will pay for the story sometimes more than the fan.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's about how much I would pay for a Roundnose, just to be honest.
Oh well, don't say that around him because he's letting me have some for much cheaper. I think so.
Wait, so how's the condition
Anyway.
of this compared to the one that you're getting from Chandler?
I think the one from Chandler's marginally better, and I don't think that one got repainted, but otherwise it's
Gotcha.
the same kind of thing. That one does have a light, but I was looking to maybe switch it to this type of thing.
Oh, I see.
There's at least one or two.
The light ones are rarer and more valuable, but we both hate them.
I just like this one because it looks more blender fanish.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like integrated lights in general.
Nah.
There's exceptions like the TriStar and the pedal, but for the most part, I do not like any fan with an integrated light.
I love those DC52s that have them into the switch out.
Well, you'll have to come up with categories by the end of the day, so you
Well,
can
I will,
rank
yeah.
For
fans.
now, you
I'll
could just say
hopefully-
high, medium, or low.
Yeah, I'd say this is a close to high. Like I'm actually ironically not a huge antique guy, just because a lot of people know my history. I used to be a designer for Fanimation, so I actually lean a lot towards the newer stuff just because of my history. But for an antique, this one definitely is cool. The air movement on this, I think, is the big thing for me. Yeah.
I mean, that's true of most. There aren't too many antiques with shitty air movement. That's
Yeah.
the one thing they did right across the board there.
I'll say some small R36s aren't especially great. I mean, they do. Don't get me wrong. They
That's
do
true.
something, but they're not amazing. This easily outperforms.
We got the audio file ready?
No,
Okay, because that's next on our checklist. Rick's.
I always forget that.
Yeah.
This is why I should.
Well, nobody else can right now. After this video, I'll see if I can send it to Blake, and then he can do it for the next video.
Sure.
You gotta start out.
Sponsors: Sandstick, Lightstick, Taco Burrito Mexico, Sperry, the beverage of fan collectors, The Good Manufacturing Company, 81220 LLC.
Actually, I should just.
Where our motto is crunch, 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 crunch.
Very high tech.
RickOrSheep.com, a fun game you can play with your friends. For more information, go to RickOrSheep.com. Power Vacuum, the vacuum with more vacuums. Udong batteries. When I think of batteries, I think of Udong.
Take credit.
Major funding for this series is provided by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by the annual financial support of viewers like you.
Okay, we have completed this video. Anything anybody else wants to say besides patreon.com/dspiffy? Anything else?
I say they should buy metal burgers.
Metal burgers are free, except we want to take bets on whether or not he used my credit card.
Maybe not on camera.
Oh, you should also say happy birthday, Dan.
That's true. This is my
That's
birthday. Happy
birthday,
birthday.
Dan's old.
I'm very old.
He's
I'm
40.
I'm the second one in this group to turn 40. Pete's made 40 already.
Oh wow.
That's
Is
true,
that
yeah.
still considered over the hill, or is that
Yes.
now 50?
I mean,
No,
don't
so-
get me wrong. 30's around the corner for me.
just in
That's
time.
for-
Oh yeah.
Andy, when do you turn 40?
A year from this coming January 17th.
Okay, so he's got a little ways to go, but not much.
Yes, happy birthday, Dan.
Uh,
Spiffy day.
Okay, did you get me a nice Thomas Fasco for my birthday?
I got you a hearty handshake.
I'll tell you. Make sure it includes a gift receipt. Thanks for watching.